Could I follow taller people or what? Jeez, 6'4" valedictorian. This guy's like 7 feet tall. All right, how's it going, everybody? Aloha. It's an absolute honor and a pleasure to be here tonight. I gotta be honest with you, this is a trip. Watching the graduates walk down the field 19 years after I did the same thing, I mean, all of these memories just started flying at me. I started thinking of my best friend in high school, the late Sione Tamale, all of the great memories that I had here. And there was this one memory that just hit me. I mean, just vivid like it was yesterday. And it was actually the graduation. And after the ceremony's over and we all walk over to see our families and our friends, and I remember making that walk over to the letter D and seeing my mom, my dad, my sister, grandma, aunties and uncles. And I remember the thing that surprised me the most was that I had a handful of teachers there from throughout my life. I had teachers from Kailua Elementary, Kailua Intermediate, Kailua High School. And I was just stunned. And I remember thinking to myself, my goodness, I must have made these great relationships with these teachers for them to be standing there holding lei for me. And I remember turning to my dad, whose name is Junior, by the way. And I said, Pop, look at this. Miss Williams is here. Mr. Fuhrer's here. Miss Wong is here. And I remember my dad turning to me and saying, boy, you realize why they're here, yeah? And I said, why? Because they can't believe you actually graduated from high school. They had to see it with their own eyes. 100% true. This isn't a joke. Okay, that verbatim, that's exactly how it went down. And I know there's a couple people here that know Junior. I see Kim over there and can vouch that that's something he would say. See, but there's good reason why. See, I failed 7th grade. I had to go to summer school to get to 8th. I failed 8th grade. I had to go to summer school so I can go to high school with all my friends. I failed 9th grade. I had to go to summer school to get to 10th. And I failed 10th grade. I had to go to summer school so that I could be a junior. Honest. But that summer, my life changed forever. See, I had this buddy, Nathaniel Conley, class of 1998. And he was leaving to go to college at Bradley University in Illinois. And one of his graduation gifts from his parents was something they won at a charity auction. It was meet the KGMB crew behind the scenes, spend the night with them. And so Nathaniel got this gift, and he could bring one person, and he brought his dad. But Nathaniel called the event organizer and said, can I please bring a friend as well? And they said, sure. So Nathaniel called me up and told me about this experience. And so I went down with him. And as you can imagine, since I was 6 years old, I told anyone who would listen that I want to be a Hawaii sportscaster. No dream bigger, nothing bigger than that. Just I want to be a sportscaster in the state of Hawaii. And I've known Nathaniel my whole life. So he took me on this, and it was what you think. It was amazing. And Kim Janala was the meteorologist who was the tour guide for this. And she showed us around. We sat in, watched them do the news, and then we went out to dinner after. And as at that dinner, she asked me, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I gave her the same answer that I give everybody. I want to be a Hawaii sportscaster. But I'm not a good student. I don't get good grades. I'm probably not going to college, so it's probably not going to happen. And God bless her. Right then and there, she said, I believe in you. I think you're going to do it. The moment I met you, you're likable, and you can't teach likable. And before I could even say thank you to her, she said, do you know who Neil Everett is? And I said, yeah, that's your sportscaster at KGMB. And she said, how would you feel about coming back another day and maybe you could just hang out with him and see what it's like to be a sportscaster? And I said, yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to do that. And so she took my number and said she was going to call me the next day. And in fact, at the time I had a pager. I don't think you guys know what a beeper is, huh? You can Google it when the night's all pow. And so she hits me up the next day and says, I talked to Neil. Neil said that if you're serious about this, you'll call and ask to do this yourself. So I was nervous as all could be. I called Neil. And Neil said, all right, tomorrow 3 o'clock, meet me at KGMB. So I said, okay. So the next day, I had summer school. When school got out, I jumped on Route 57, Honolulu, Ala Moana, and I went down to KGMB. And I spent the night with him, the whole night at work with him. I just shadowed him and had the time of my life. And when the night was over and it was supposed to be, all right, see you later, never see you ever again, he said, Robbie, I'm going to make a deal with you. When school starts up in fall, I want you to show me your grades every week. And if your grades go up and you maintain it, then you can come back every week. But if your grades go back down, then you're not welcome here anymore. My life changed forever. I was 15 years old when that happened. I spent the next almost 5 years going to KGMB twice a week, every week, no matter what. When I was 19 and a half, Neil left for ESPN. I was going to Hawaii Pacific University on a full scholarship. And I got a phone call from KITV offering me a job I didn't even apply for. And it was just through the experience that I had. And so I started working there at 19. I spent 8 years there, went to KHON, and then I've been there for the last 9. Living my dream, right? And Frank, I mean, I know you guys all have your dreams, and frankly, I hope they're way bigger than being a Hawaii sportscaster. I mean, I hope you guys are dreaming of being teachers, and doctors and nurses and counselors and first responders and really make an impact on our community. But whatever it is, it's your dream. And understand one thing, you can't do it alone. See, I didn't tell you my story to be inspired by me. I told you my story to be inspired by Nathaniel Conley and by Kim Janala and by Neil Everett. Be a friend like Nathaniel, who understood what an experience could mean to someone that you care about. Be a stranger like Kim Janala and believe in someone that didn't believe in themselves. Be a mentor like Neil Everett, who took a 15-year-old failing high school student, took him under his wing, and gave him the one thing he needed most in the entire world at that time was motivation, and allow him to live out his dream. See, I think sometimes we forget how big of an impact we can make on people's lives. And it goes in full circle too, because Neil doesn't have any children. But I guarantee you, he walks around every day feeling like a grandpa because I named my son after him. These are the kind of things that could happen when you live with Aloha, when you give people opportunities and give people experiences. All right? We can't do this alone. So as you guys enter the next chapter in your life and you guys continue this journey, just imagine what you guys can accomplish together. All right? Give people opportunities, and when you're given that opportunity as well, you grab onto it and don't let it slip away. So on behalf of all Kailua High School graduates that are here today, that are here all over the world, I want to say congratulations. What you guys have accomplished today is huge. And when you guys think about all the great things you guys can accomplish, think about accomplishing it together. All right? And remember, we can't do it alone. All right? Everybody needs some help, and you need to get some help as well. Take advantage of those opportunities that come your way. So on behalf of all graduates, I want to say congratulations. Best of luck. We cannot wait to see the amazing things that you guys all accomplish together. So let's hear it for the Kailua High School class of 2019. And go Surf Riders!